Chapter 22. Belonging to Jackal Boy's group made all the difference in the world. It began that night. Luke didn't have to creep back from the woods by himself, praying nobody noticed. He went with the others, as part of the crowd. They strutted down the hall, not even trying to be quiet. "What if someone hears?" Luke ventured. "Who cares?" Jackal Boy replied. "Indoctrination's almost over. If there are any teachers around, they'll just think we left early to man our hall monitor posts." They were in a brighter end of the hall now. Jackal Boy got a good look at Luke's face and whistled. "You really did get all bloody. Come on, I'll take you to the nurse." Jackal Boy led Luke to an unfamiliar office, one he'd only seen once before when he was searching for windows. "My friend walked into the wall coming out of indoctrination," Jackal Boy told the nurse, who answered the door. "Stupid, huh? Can you give him a bandage?" My, you boys, you never look where you're going," the woman fussed. She was old and wrinkled, like the pictures Luke had seen of grandmothers. She puttered around getting antiseptic and gauze and tape. Then she dabbed at Luke's cheek with a wet cloth. "This is an awfully rough abrasion. Which wall did you run into, dear?" Jackal Boy saved Luke from having to answer. "Oh, he didn't get bloody from the wall," Jackal Boy explained. "He kind of bounced off the wall and fell down. Then he scraped his face on the carpet. Someone might have kicked him by mistake, too." Luke's mother would have listened to an excuse like that and then said, "Okay, now, what really happened?" But the woman only nodded and tisk-tisked a little more. The antiseptic stung, and Luke had to bite his lip to keep from crying out. But the woman was quick, and his face was neatly bandaged before he knew it. "Write your name and the time down in the log on your way out," the woman said. "And be more careful the next time, all right?" Jackal Boy even wrote Luke's name for him. Back in their room, Jackal Boy stretched and yawned and proclaimed, "I don't feel like dealing with the new kid tonight. Let's just leave him alone. Okay, guys? He's getting boring anyway." Luke thought some of his other roommates looked disappointed, but nobody complained. In the morning, Jackal Boy said, "You can have breakfast with us. We have our own table. Hall monitor privileges." "But I'm not a hall monitor," Luke said. "The teachers won't notice," Jackal Boy said, "and maybe you will be soon." So Luke sat at a table with other boys. For once, he didn't have to force himself to choke down his oatmeal. It practically tasted good. And for the first time, Luke got a good look around the dining hall without feeling like he had to glance quickly and furtively. With clean white walls and a peaked ceiling, it really wasn't that bad of a place. "Can I ask you some questions? Here, I mean," Luke said to Jackal Boy. "As long as you're not acting like a real ex-nay," Jackal Boy said brusquely, as if he were truly swearing at Luke. But Luke caught the double meaning. It was a brilliant code. "Why is this school like this?" Luke began. "I mean, with no windows and the strange boys and the teachers who don't seem to notice us unless we do something wrong. And even then, they just say 2 demerits. I don't even know what that means." Jackal Boy pushed back his oatmeal and smirked. "Confusing, huh?" he asked mockingly. But he started explaining anyway. Haddix began as an educational experiment. Back when there were the famines, people had debates about whether the undesirables in society deserved food when so many were starving. They let all the criminals die, but a bunch of bleeding heart sympathizers, sympathetic types, said that it was cruel not to feed people with mental illnesses, physical disabilities, that kind of thing.